Hi, I'm Dani Schurhammer, and I'm going to explain a topic that is really exciting and interesting to me. It's how stars are born, live, and die. Stars are born in places called nebulas, which are areas of gas and dust. Once that gas and dust reaches a high enough density, they will contract under their own gravity. This is the pillars of creation, which is where stars are born all the time. Once it starts to contract, it'll spin and condense and heat up and form a protostar. And it'll continue to heat up to 15 million degrees centigrade, where nuclear fusions will start, which is hydrogen turning into helium. And once it stops contracting, it'll start releasing energy and start shining, just like our sun. Our sun is on the main sequence, which is the middle of its lifetime, and it'll stay there for about 10 billion years. And it'll continue to burn for those billions of years. When it stops burning and releasing energy, the core will contract and nuclear fusions of hydrogen to helium will begin to happen on the outside of the core. And inside the shell, the core, it'll be hot enough to fuse helium into carbon. The outer layers will expand and the star will become less bright. It'll become either a red giant or a supergiant, depending on its mass. Once the core runs out, the layers will drift into a gaseous shell around the star, forming a planetary nebula, which is just like this cat's eye nebula that I drew. The smaller stars will die and become a white dwarf, which will then die into a black dwarf. And this is the white dwarf, this big white dot right here. Larger stars will form different heavy elements after forming carbon, all the way to iron. The core will then collapse into a huge explosion, where the layers of the core will be blown out and scattered into space. And then if the core survives that explosion, it'll either contract into a neutron star or a black hole, depending on its mass. Which this would be about the size of a neutron star compared to a white dwarf, and this is a black hole. Thank you so much for watching and allowing me to explain this very interesting topic. Have a nice day.